So our first team, the team name is Thailand Team. If you couldn't guess, they're representing um, Chevening alumni from Thailand, and they're a team made up of four people. The presenter will be Phasuree Duangprateep, who's also down to answer the questions, so maybe don't expect an immediate response. So without further ado, over to you, Thailand Team.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, very clear.
Okay, um, so our policy proposal is mobilizing for a fair, low carbon competitive economy through local waste action planning. Basically, the biggest goal of our team is to help Thailand transitioning from linear to circular economy. But how? Environmental problems have so many aspects of it. Then we think of the current situation that everyone has to face, which is the COVID-19. We think that every country is producing a lot of waste. Here we heard news about how local communities are facing issues arising from misconduct of waste management. So we think it's a good entry point to achieve our prominence goal. So we started to focus on the problems of waste management in our country. As the pressure builds to act on climate change, we believe that transformative change will not happen unless all actors become to have part in planning how to manage the environmental impacts, and the initiatives are well coordinated across scale, local plan linked with the national plan to sustainable outcome, or we can call it multi-scalar governance. So, okay, so we have our focus. We indicate two main challenges of waste management that are, the first one is the disconnection of local aspiration and national climate planning. There are no effective platforms or an effective methods to build local people's capacity to address what they want, where they want, and how they want to solve the problem in their communities. The second one is in high-level meeting. We can never know what the real problems are. How do local people feel about the policy that the government put into place? People didn't have the chance to participate and choose what they think is the best option for them. So we are trying to do is address this gap, which is the problem from the root cause. So we go to the local communities because without address this gap, our society will not be able to scale mitigation and adaptation effort to achieve sustainable and equitable outcomes. Next slide, please. Okay, so the heart of our solution here is the collaboration of people in different sectors. Here we propose a strategic approach, which will be break into three components. The first one is organize national hackathons. There are no effective platform of connections between locals and planning authority. We think the best way is to create one tool, and the inspiration come from the HMG Scholarship Alumni Climate Change Hackathon that we are doing now. The national hackathon that we propose is to be used as a platform to present ideas, the community action plans on waste, or we call it KAPAO. And a way of communicate among stakeholders is like a marketplace for the local communities and planning authorities to meet, and the authority gets to know what local needs and the reality of the problem. And the second one is the money. This is where private sector comes in to play the role. To execute KAPAO and the details of it, the funding needs to be allocated. If done appropriately, with the great KAPAO proposed in the National Hackathon and prospect benefits, companies might be interested in investing their money into local communities, and the climate investment will be emerged in different areas according to KAPAO. The third one is, however, the government sector has to lend its hand as the first financial grantor, so we can initiate the national hackathon and implement KAPAO to attract the investors. Moreover, we can use national hackathon and KAPAO to inspire and pave the way to revise the waste management laws, or in the overall scope, the environmental law itself, according to what local peoples really want. Next slide, please.
1 minute remaining.
impact here is what we want to achieve, which all comes back to our biggest goals are the first one, the collaboration among various players, the local communities, the planning authorities, and the companies. Second one here is transition from a linear to circular economy, using waste management as a critical instance of Thailand's environmental challenge. By using human rights-based approach, which are meaningful dissipation and co-production of knowledge in National Hackathon, we believe that our goal can be successfully achieved. So the final touches of this presentation is the next step. To mobilize the National Hackathon, the local communities need basic knowledge of environments, waste management program, options to that solution, and the adverse effects to climate change. So we have to contact stakeholders and people involved. And afterwards, we will distribute co-production of knowledge in waste management finance to other parts of the country. The proposal here is to share the knowledge and forge further collaboration among local, regional, or perhaps international cooperation, and to attract more investors, both domestically and the foreign one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A great way to start off the collaboration themed presentations. Panel, over to you. Is there a question for Phasuree? Joanna.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, so thank you for the presentation. It's a good start for the collaboration theme. So one of the solutions mentioned is to encourage the private investment. So could you tell us a little bit more what initiative or what the suggestion the Thailand team would encourage or try to persuade the private investment on pursuing this initiative?
Okay, thank you for your question, Joanna. We think that our policy proposal is about like attracting the national and foreign investors as much as possible to invest in this waste management investment, because I think it's one of our indicators that we are successfully nail our this national hackathon. I think we should propose the benefit of investing in waste management in our country, like reduce our taxes, and like I think we should try to propose this national hackathon to produce kapao or the community waste plan in different areas to one of our government sector in Thailand, which is the National Human Rights Committee of Thailand, because they have a mandate to propose the policy to other governmental sector in our country. And I think one of the policy that the committee can propose is offer to reduce tax for the private investors, both national and foreign one, to reduce the tax or maybe give them some other benefits to their companies. Thank you.
Thanks very much, and thanks, Joanna, for that question. Do continue to ask questions in the chat box if anybody has any follow-up questions for Thailand team.